Here's the poll question of the day at Smerconish.com. Are you ready for this? If President Trump brokers a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine, and I'm going to stress these words, that Ukraine finds acceptable, should he be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize? That's the poll question at Smerconish.com. Go cast your ballot. I'll give you results as they stand at the end of this hour. What are your thoughts on social media? Hit me up on social media. You can find me on all the usual platforms, including X.
So here we are on CNN this weekend, and Smerconish from CNN yesterday was asking whether Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize if this works out to be a peace deal with Russia and Ukraine. As usual, as he has viewers from CNN post on X about his poll, they start showing their Trump derangement syndrome.
Including X. Bob says he's too thirsty for the prize. They'll never give it to him. He wouldn't be able to broker a deal anyway. Zelensky is more likely to receive it. Be a light in the dark. Hang on, Bob. Just keep that on the screen for a moment, because I'm confused. He's too thirsty for the prize. I guess that means Trump is too thirsty to win the Nobel Prize. Consequently, they won't give it to him. Well, hopefully, if he deserves it, they'll give it to him. But I get that he's very eager. He wouldn't be able to broker a deal anyway. Well, let's see. My attitude is, now you can put it back on me. Let's let this thing breathe. They just had the meeting last night. Already people are willing to write it off. And yet President Zelensky is coming to the White House on Monday. There's something that President Trump wishes to tell him. I have no inside information on any of this. I'm just reading all the tea leaves like the rest of you.
So how about this? A voice of reason on CNN. But just wait. He's about to get frustrated with the TDS coming at him.
If, in fact, he brokers a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia, one that does not sell out Ukraine, then yes, I'm with Secretary Clinton.
If President Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
And I'd nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is today's poll question at Smerconish.com. Put it up on the screen. Make sure you're going and casting your ballot on this. If President Trump brokers a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine that Ukraine finds acceptable, I was very careful to put that in the question. I didn't just say, should he get a Nobel Peace Prize? First of all, they've got to resolve the war, and Ukraine has to find it acceptable. And frankly, I don't know how you'd vote no on that. I anticipate that President Trump is going to come out on the losing end of this stick when we come back with the results in just a few minutes. But I don't get it. I truly don't get it. That will be Trump derangement syndrome. That will be Trump derangement syndrome. Because how could you say if he negotiates a fair peace that he's undeserving? I don't understand it. I really don't. I think he deserves credit for the effort that he's making to end 3.5 years of bloodshed in Ukraine and in other global hotspots. And as the song goes, no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. Thus far, there have been no leaks, no word on what that one big area of disagreement might be. We're left parsing their words and reading their body language. Words and gestures suggested that when it ended, the two of them remained congenial. Pre-summit Trump critics worried that Trump would sell out Ukraine. There's no indication that he did that, nor that Putin made any accommodations. But here's a glass half full wish. If Trump and Putin did sketch out a framework, a deal, they could not have said so. That would have appeared heavy-handed toward President Zelensky and Ukraine. Maybe there was a quiet concession from Putin that Trump will now present to Zelensky on Monday. 42,701 have voted. And on the question of if President Trump brokers a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine that Ukraine finds acceptable, should he be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, 66.77% say no, meaning 33.23%. You know I'm in that category. I think Secretary Clinton is in that category.
In fact, did you see that Hillary Clinton yesterday said that if you got this deal done and not capitulate to Putin, that she would nominate you for the Nobel Peace Prize?
If President Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, that was very nice. I may have to start liking her again.
33% say yes. So Trump did better, frankly, than I thought he would. I would have figured, 20% would say, yeah, if he doesn't sell out Russia and Ukraine and gets this deal done, then he deserves it. More social media reaction. What else do we have? You're so sickening There's a universe between kicking him in the groin and rolling out the red carpet while kissing the war criminal's ass. This is Tony responding to me, responding to those who said, oh, we got a red carpet and the flyover and the this and the that. I did advance for Vice President George Herbert Walker Bush, so I pay particular attention to the staging of these events. And I thought that the criticism was unwarranted. We forced, here, Tony, was this guy's name Tony? We forced Putin to walk a gauntlet of F-35s as a B-2, flew overhead. Overhead, I presume the same type of an aircraft that dropped that bomb on the nuclear facilities in Iran. I mean, I think there was a good message that was given to Putin as to American strength, and for making him feel warm so that Trump could try and cut a deal, I have no problem with that.
But a lot of people have seen the same thing. He really does hate war.
Right.
He really does not like it when people die in war.
But I don't get it. I truly don't get it. That will be Trump derangement syndrome. Because how could you say if he negotiates a fair peace that he's undeserving? I don't understand it. I really don't.
I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.